Today's recipe is an apple salad. Welcome everyone to my first recipe video, and for this recipe we're going to start off with 3 apples. And this one here I'm using Gala, but you can really use any kind. We need to cube them, so the way I do it, instead of fighting with the core, I just cut around it. This in general will make it easier, and it's good to make sure you have a nice sharp knife, or else you'll just end up squishing it and making applesauce. As you see, the core still has a good amount of the flesh on it, but that's okay because you can munch on it while you're working. So we cut it into about roughly 1/2 inch cubes, but it really doesn't make a big difference if it's not perfect measurements. You do that for all 3 apples until you have a small bowl full of apple. Once finished cutting the apples, move the cutting board out of the way so that we could proceed. And here's what the apples should look like once you're done. Next we add some low-fat yogurt. Usually I use plain because that is what the recipe calls for. But if you want to use any extra flavoring, you could always do any kind of fruit. But personally I like the plain. And as you saw in this recipe, we used Mountain High yogurt. So just there you go. Usually it's about 1 cup of yogurt to every 2 apples. You could add or remove as much as you would like. I just sort of eyeball it, and since we have 3 apples here anyway, it doesn't matter as much if it's an exact cut. So just keep stirring it until the apples are roughly evenly covered. Sorry, I'm moving it a lot. Once that is complete, we're going to add some honey to make the yogurt a little sweeter. Being plain, it generally has a bitter taste. I thought I had honeys, but evidently I didn't, so I just used like ones from the restaurant. They still work, and this is really a set measurement. It's an optional thing, so you just make it as sweet as you would like it. Once the honey is mixed, we're going to add some raisins to the salad. I use roughly about 1/4 cup, but some may like less or more than what the recipe calls for. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less, depending on who else will be eating it besides me. Once again, we're going to mix that in really well. Next, we're going to be adding some walnuts, but if you don't like them, or if you have a nut allergy like someone in my family does, you could always not add any at all, or save a little bit aside specifically for you or that person. which is the case I'm going to do here because I happen to love the walnuts. I just used the store brand of walnuts and just got a small packet because you really don't want that much, just enough to give it a little extra crunch. Once you just sprinkle it over the top lightly, then you just mix in there and you're done. And here's our finished product. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for you watching this. Please do like this video and subscribe for more great recipes and other videos. Until next time, keep holding on.